Reynolds back in a hurry. Reynolds to the hole.
Rubio takes and scores! Takesha Granberry on target.
The throw, the catch, touchdown.
Cavalier Sports Weekly is presented by the Virginia Lottery, where all profits benefit Virginia's public schools grades K through 12. By clean, safe, reliable propane. Propane, exceptional energy. By Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And brought to you in part by the Virginia Athletics Foundation, dedicated to providing scholarship, operational, and facility support for the Virginia Athletics Program. On this edition of Cavalier Sports Weekly, presented by the Virginia Lottery.
I wasn't allowed to do a jumping jack, a push-up. They were like, don't do anything.
This arena is better than most NBA arenas, today. So
there's no bad seats in this arena.
Welcome to Cavalier Sports Weekly. I'm Ian Holder, number 6 on the soccer team. On today's show, you'll see highlights from the football game against North Carolina, a feature of the tight end Jonathan Stupar, and coverage of our soccer game against Virginia Tech. But first, here's your play of the week.
The Play of the Week is brought to you by SunTrust Mortgage. We make the American dream come true every day.
He is very animated, telling his guys what they're in. Daly to throw, far side, and it's going to be...
Yes, I think it's intercepted.
I think it's intercepted. Yes, Chris Cook got it.
I knew that they like to either run slants or outs in situations like that. So I was just playing those routes.
He does this kind of stuff in practice. He's got a way of the ball ending up in his hands. But that was really a competitive play. He had to go in there and get that. He had a good sense of it. He used his preparation to kind of sit on it a little bit and make the play.
Stay tuned. Virginia game highlights are coming up next.
Snelling to the goal line. Touchdown, Virginia.
Welcome back to Cavalier Sports Weekly. Our football team took on border rival North Carolina in a nationally televised matchup. Let's take a look at the game story.
The Cavalier game highlights are presented by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
The national spotlight shines tonight on the Carl Smith Center as two border rivals get together for the 111th time. It's the oldest rivalry in the ACC and the 6th oldest in the country. Tonight, it's the Cavs playing host to the Tar Heels of North Carolina. Ogletree to the right, Fontelmines near side, I formation. Two-step drop, and they throw the fade route far side, and the catch at the 34-yard line of Carolina, out of bounds. Ogletree beats Jacoby Watkins.
It's 8 of 13 on the year. His longest has been 48. Snap back, ball down, kick up, and it splits the uprights. It's good.
And we just decided this time we're not going to use the short week as a reason or as an excuse to cut back, that we're going to do all the things scheme-wise that might be necessary if we had a full week. So that put quite a challenge on the coaches to get that done. It put quite a challenge on the players to be able to absorb all of that, and they certainly responded in a very positive fashion.
Lone running back Snelling, and it's going to be handed off to Jason. Jason's got a blocker in front, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and out of bounds, 39-yard line. And the lone running back, the play fake to Mikel Simpson, and it'll be Sewell to run and carry near side, 35-30, 25-yard line, and tackled at the 23. Snap a little high, ball placed, the kick is up, it is long enough, and it is good. He got it.
The season wasn't over because we lost to Maryland. We shouldn't have lost to them, but they played. They're a hell of a team, and they did what they had to do. But we know we had to do it, and that's come out and start winning these football games and playing Virginia football like we always used to do.
Sewell under center, handoff Cedric Pearman. Pearman got the block to the 30, to the 35, and Pearman dragging tacklers.
So it's really one of those key plays that glad you brought it up. It gets lost in the statistics sometimes, but really helps determine the outcome of the game.
Far side hash mark. Snap back. Ball down. The kick is up. And it is long enough. It is good. He got it. Line drive and a Cavs lead. Brooks Foster will be in the slot.
That's a fly ball.
Yeah, it's a backward pass, and Nate Lyles going to get it, and Nate Lyles has got it. He's got the control at the 45-yard line.
Turnovers are big. That's what we come out and try to do every week. And that's part of our goals coming into August was we want to force turnovers and score on defense. We didn't score on defense tonight, but we made some plays that led to scores. So we're excited about that.
One running back, too wide, too tight. And the play fake, and Sewell rolls the pocket. And the catch to Sandy. Sandy 45, far side, 35, 30, 25, and out of bounds. Long count by Jamil. Quarterback keeper got the option. He keeps 15, 10, 5 on his feet. Touchdown.
They did exactly what we saw, on the film. Coach Mike Grove made an excellent call, and I just read it right and just got what I could get and happened to be a touchdown.
Look at Hamilton yell at his defense. He is very animated, telling his guys what they're in. Daly to throw, far side, and it's going to be...
I think it's intercepted.
I think it's intercepted. Yes, Chris Cook got it.
I knew that they like to either run not hitches, slants or outs in a situation like that. So I was just playing those routes, and he ran a route that I wasn't suspecting him. He ran a hitch. So I was in a great position at a great time.
Jason Snelling is in it, tailback, and Sewell drops back to throw, deep drop. Sets up the screen to Snelling, 20, 15, to the 10, to the 5, still on his feet. Did he get in? He dove, and it's going to be very, very close. So Sewell's going to give it to Snelling, and Snelling's going to work the edge. Snelling to the goal line, touchdown, Virginia.
It felt great, finally get it clicking. We were able to run the ball well all around. But I'm more happy about getting that win under our belt. It feels good. This is the feeling that we expect and we're used to around here.
Teams that can really run the ball and tough-minded teams need somebody that does more than just carry the ball. Okay? Those kind of teams all have a back that, as we phrase it, they have a back that'll carry the flag for the team. He really did, I thought, carry the flag and set the tone.
Jay Snell was our walker tonight. Like Coach Grove said, he carried the flag for the team. And, that really set the tempo for the whole team.
Be able to stand in the locker room as a team comes in after having accomplished something and see the collective, see the brotherhood in them and the collective pride that they have in what they just accomplished. And they certainly had that about them, and it was gratifying to see. This is the way we like our team to look, and in all the phases.
There are more than 3,000 women college volleyball players in the U.S., and our own Katie Oakes is leading everyone in block shots per game. Katie Oakes, the nation's #1 shot blocker, will demonstrate the tip of the week.
Hi, my name is Katie Oakes. I'm on the women's volleyball team. I'm a third-year middle blocker. For the tip of the week, we're going to talk about blocking. The three main things for blocking are footwork, to get where the hitter is, quickness, and pressing your hands over the tape. In practice, we talk about feeling our hands over the net, which means putting our hands as far over as possible and keeping them low to the tape. The key to quick footwork is being in a loaded position and having the first explosive step. Blocking is important to the game of volleyball because it is the first line of defense against the attacker. And that's your tip of the week.
2006 Virginia football. Catch all the highlights on VirginiaSportsTV.com.
A lot of athletes fight through injuries and hardship in order to play their sport. However, very few face life-threatening injuries. Football's Jonathan Stupar is one of those few, and here's your Student Athlete of the Week.
The Student Athlete of the Week is presented by the Virginia Lottery. In 2006, the Virginia Lottery contributed a record $454 million to public schools throughout the Commonwealth.
Going into last year at camp, I was stronger, I was faster, I was more hungry, and just going in there, I just tried to do my best all the time, and it was really paying off in camp. I was doing well. I was doing real well until the second to last day of camp when I broke my foot.
There's no words that can explain it. I mean, he wanted it so bad to get in there and play, and then his foot just breaks.
That really just hurt because I had so much expectation for that year, and for it to kind of almost just go down the drain, it felt like was just kind of crushing. As I was recovering from the second foot operation, we went to Boise and stuff, and then we went home for Christmas break. I was watching TV, my vision started just going. It started just going to where at a point where I could just see the TV and basically what was in the middle of the TV, and everything else was black. And it was kind of really scary at the time because that's not really normal. And, I just kind of blinked my eyes real hard and shook my head, slapped myself around, what's going on. And it didn't go away, so I went up to my mom and dad and I was like, I kind of lost my vision. I can't really see except for what's in front of me. And being the good parents they are, they rushed me to the hospital and to the emergency room. And I had some blood work done and had a CAT scan, and they didn't find anything.
Came back to school. We saw him in the training room, and I asked if he hadn't had an EKG done, which had not been done, which is fine. I mean, they thought it was more central nervous system related. Got an EKG, and the EKG showed the conduction abnormality known as Wolff-Parkinson-White syndrome.
Wolff-Parkinson's-White syndrome is it's a case where in your heart you have, pretty sure you have 4 circuits that there's a sequence that goes through them, and it stimulates your heart to beat. And I had 2 of them. So like say the sequence was A, B, C, D, I would have like 2 Bs. And what it would do is when it would send the pulse, it could go to A to either B and down, or what it could do is short circuit. If it goes through both of them, my heart will beat twice as fast, which is really bad, or it could short circuit and my heart could just stop.
I mean, it was just, we came back from winter break and, he was like, yeah, my heart's messed up. And we're like, what? What are you talking about?
I wasn't allowed to do a jumping jack, a push-up. They were like, don't do anything. You walk everywhere you go. You drive to every class. Nothing. Then I went and saw Dr. Mounsey at the University of Virginia Hospital. I really didn't know how severe it was until he sat down with me and, he told me, it's a blessing, it's a miracle that you broke your foot. Because, I mean, if you were out there working out, trying to get back into shape, you could have dropped. And, I was like, what do you mean dropped? She's like, probably had like a 90% chance of dying. And, that's when it hit me. I was like, wow, I won't do a jumping jack, I promise.
Yeah, the procedure is a risky procedure. I mean, essentially you're putting a catheter through your thigh blood vessel. You push this catheter into the heart, and you map the electrical circuitry of the heart, all right, essentially. And then you find that bad pathway, and then you zap it.
Before the surgery, I remember Dr. Mounsey telling my dad, there's a chance that he might not come out of this. And, it's when you say that to a father, my dad told me, he was like, when I told him about it, he was like, are you sure you want to have this surgery? And I was like, Dad, they won't let me play football again unless I have the surgery. He was like, John, do you want to have the surgery?
A risky procedure, but very successful, and thanks to Dr. Mounsey, we were able to get him back on the field, and as you can see, he's playing well this year, and great kid, and we're fortunate.
Normally they burn it off, but it was so close that they ended up freezing it off. So they had to hold it on there on the bad circuit for, I think it was 5 minutes without moving on a microscopic thing, which takes some nerves. And, he did it, got it on the first try. Took about 2.5 hours. Woke up, and I was fine.
We're lucky that we have the opportunity to do it at Virginia, We've got the EKG machine in the training room, and we're just blessed with so many good medical facilities around here that we're able to do it. And so many places don't have those blessings and the luck that we have all this here at Virginia, that we're able to get it diagnosed, send them to the right people, get them back on the field in a month.
He was just getting off of foot surgery too. So it was just, we were helping him before with his foot, and he was always on crutches. Now, he's just had surgery in his heart, so we were kind of getting routine with this, so it's not something you really want to get used to.
He's gone through so much in such a short amount of time and now to see him out there excelling, you know, catching big passes, making big blocks, it's really a good experience.
He has a great outlook on life. Yeah, after his surgery, he came out and he said, it's all better, you know, and smiling. That's the beauty of John. You know, he's always going to bring a smile to your face, no matter what, rain, snow, or sleet.
I go out there every day now knowing that there was a chance that I wouldn't be playing football, that I wouldn't be here, you know, and it took something like that for me to realize how you know, precious life is and how great of an opportunity I have here to play college football.
He's always happy, living in the moment, and it's always fun to be around a guy like that.
Sometimes we joke with him and say, you know, you could be a cartoon character, you know, people see you and, you know, they start laughing and, you know, you just bring a smile to everyone's face.
You never know when your time's up, you know, you never know when your clock's gonna stop ticking, and it's just amazing, you know, to go out there every day and compete in the college level and play football, and I cherish every moment of it.
The John Paul Jones Arena has already hosted some great concerts, but the main event will soon be here when the basketball season gets underway. On this week's Who's Heating Up, we'll give you an inside look at the new home of the Cavaliers.
Who's Heating Up is brought to you by Propane, exceptional energy.
Hello everybody, welcome to John Paul Jones Arena. I'm Junior Co-Captain Sean Singletary.
I'm Senior Captain J.R. Reynolds. We just came here today to give y'all a sneak preview of John Paul Jones Arena.
But you can see it's just a beautiful view. This arena is better than most NBA arenas, today, so.
There's no bad seats in this arena. As you can see, you know, all the seats are very good seats. You can see the court.
Got the boxes.
You know, just for the big donors. Thanks for donating and helping us out with this building. It means a lot to us. So this what they get to see that. As you can see, you know, it's nice. They got the chairs, the TVs. They got the nice, you know, courtside view with the nice seats right here, you know.
They can come in and tell their kids that they saw J.R. Reynolds got 30 points on Arizona on November 12th. Before and after the games, we'll probably be in here, get together, keep our, you know, energy up and what have you. And that's what go down in this room. Got some plush seating right here.
The basketball.
Picture of basketball, you know. So whenever you're coming in, you're always going to have basketball in your mind. Sit down, basketball in your butt, whatever. Oh yeah, let me show you JR's locker room.
That's Sean's locker right here.
We got JR's locker room with the, we got JR's locker room right here. The grease, you know, you got to keep the slick. Put down, looking pretty for the cameras, you know.
That is not my locker, but this
we got JR's X body spray right here, you know, because we got to stay fresh for the ladies, you know.
But this is my locker right here, though, so. You know, we got one of the best arenas in the country. You know, we got our own practice courts. The girls have their own practice courts. I don't think you're going to find that nowhere in any college around. So that's the best thing about it. So our schedules won't conflict. We can practice at any time, no matter when the girls may be on. Coach Lato, a.k.a. the general, whatever you want to call him. The man at work. You know. Yeah, so we just... This is his office, so as you can see, it's improved.
You know, he got like 3 homes, and this is one of them. He got a plush bathroom. You don't have to leave. Just come in here, do his thing, stay here, whatever.
Computers, everything, so that's the way he gets his work done. We ain't gonna bother him too much because we know he's working. We don't get to see him enough on Friday, so.
Coming up after the break.
Welcome back to the show. Soccer season is in full swing, and this week we took on Virginia Tech for another point of the Commonwealth Challenge. Let's take a look at the action in our Olympic Sports Spotlight.
The Olympic Sports Spotlight is presented by the Virginia Athletics Foundation.
This was a total team effort. This was very similar to the Maryland game, which was a team effort. And that's what we're really trying to get the message across to our team. We're a talented team. We've got a lot of good individual players, but we play as a team. It's tough to beat us. Those guys picked the ball up out of the goal, put it down to center circle, and said, we're going to score. And I think it was less than a minute later we scored. And that's all we needed, just to get that goal, get ourselves going again.
That was right as the ball's played. Perfectly played ball over top of him. Poole played it. I was able to get onto it, and the goalie came out to make a play, and I was just able to cut it and then pass it in.
And I ended up playing it with my left foot, which is kind of funny because I'm not that good with my left foot, but it worked out perfectly, and he got around the goal and he scored a great goal.
That's how me scoring 3 goals happens. Is we came here tonight as a team, and we're focused as a team, and defended as a team, and worked hard, and I was just lucky to get the chances to come my way.
All week, I mean, even in the locker room just now, we had like a meeting for an hour before the game about just being a team, playing as a team.
There were 2,200 fans here, and probably 100 of them were ours. They were louder than their fans. We could hear them all the way across the way. It was great.
Thanks for watching Cavalier Sports Weekly. On next week's show, we'll have highlights from our football game against NC State and a lot more highlights, features, and game stories from our Olympic sports. Until then, go Hoos!
Cavalier Sports Weekly is presented by the Virginia Lottery, where all profits benefit Virginia's public schools grades K through 12. By Clean, Safe, Reliable Propane. Propane, exceptional energy. By Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And brought to you in part by the Virginia Athletics Foundation, dedicated to providing scholarship, operational, and facility support for the Virginia Athletics program.